Hello guys and gals, me Mudahar. Welcome to another episode of the Some Ordinary Podcast. I got my co-host Nux. Oompa will be joining us. He's still got that machine to be working on, so let's hope and let's welcome when he gets into the Lion's Den. And speaking of the Lion's Den, we've got Brandon Buckingham. We all know you know who he is. I have become acquainted with your content ever since I covered Sneako.
Yeah, Sneako introduced me to your content, dude. You should shout him out. He's your biggest supporter.
Yeah. Oh no, shout out to him. He's the homie, bro. He helped me out so much. He's a good guy.
Oh man, how you doing, brother?
I'm good. I'm just hanging out here in Austin, Texas. About to go to a strange psychedelic convention on Saturday called Eeyore's Birthday. You guys ever heard of that?
I've heard of birthdays
but I've done
and
psychedelics Liz this year, dude.
Yeah. So you get the gist. It's a bunch of dudes probably doing acid in a field, Zilker Park in Austin. So I'm gonna go there and film, and yeah, just hanging out in the meantime.
Dude, I can't believe that's in Austin. Aren't drugs all messed up in Texas or whatever?
I feel like Austin is like drug central.
It's at Peace Park.
Yeah, it's at Peace Park, dude. There's like hippies. Keep Austin weird.
Austin's like Los Angeles now, pretty much. So you can just do whatever, right?
It's LA #2 for sure. They got the homeless people piling up. They got it all. They got the drugs. People coming there to make their dreams come true. Working at Wendy's.
They're about to make Skid Row 2 again. Yeah.
Oh, it's on the way, bro. 6th Street.
Dude, wait, really? That's a new Skid Row for real?
6th Street's like Austin Skid Row. God.
Bro, they got their homeless meta down pat. That's good. It's good to hear.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're gonna listen, there's nothing that says like Los Angeles, like the homeless population. All right, like it ain't every day when you're driving by and you see a Lamborghini parked next to a dude that's sitting in front of a 7-Eleven jerking himself.
Wake up,
off.
babe!
Okay,
New shithole just dropped.
Oh yeah. Have you guys been to Skid Row in LA?
I have not.
Dude, I've driven through it. Dude, every time I go to Los Angeles, my car routes me through Skid Row. Dude, I'm like, and you know what? I'm always like, hell yeah, let's rip it down the road here. Let's go.
They want you to see it.
Did you see that one YouTuber? He just made like a prank video this week. He did like he went to a homeless guy and he said, "Hey, are you hungry?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "What do you want?" He's like, "I'd love a burger." He's like, "Oh, you'd love a burger? Okay."
Dude, was that real or was it staged?
I don't
though?
know.
That had
So
to be staged,
here's
right?
my okay. I'll just finish the story for the viewers. Basically, dude went in, he bought a burger. He walks up to the guy's like, "You want a burger?" And the guy's like, "Yeah, that would be amazing." And then he eats it right in front of him. And he's like, "Have a nice day," right? Which is the worst prank in the history of pranks, possibly.
It was a terrible prank. If it was a skit, it would be like permissible. But the fact that he did that like in real life.
So here's the thing. Here's the two sides. On the one hand, no one could be that evil, right? It can't be. It has to be staged. On the other hand, the homeless guy that he walked up to was holding like a meth pipe in the beginning, and it really, I feel like that would not have been included if it was set up.
I mean, like, bro, come on now. Like, are we? Wait. How would that be set up though? Tons of people out there be doing that, dude. That's like the fucking Pokemon potion of the fucking homeless population.
I don't know. I just feel like that wouldn't have been included in the video if it was a setup.
Well, I just think. Okay, listen. This sounds like really fucked up. This is gonna sound fucked up, but I just think the guy was too clean to be the homeless dude. Okay, that's what I'm just gonna say. All right, like. I've seen the homeless population out in Los Angeles. There's a reason why you can't fill out the job application, like right go, even to like, fucking Wendy's, so to speak, where you want to follow your dreams. So I thought it was staged right there. Also, you know what it really reminded me of? Like fucking way back when H3 covered like Shoe Nice and all these people. I'm like, it almost reminded me of that.
Yeah.
Like he goes in, buys the sandwich, goes out and eats it in front of the dude. I'm like, this is just... like comically evil.
Right? It's like this dude twirls his mustache right after posting the video, and yeah. Right?
Yeah, that's some villain shit. What did he think he would get as far as a reception?
Well, it got shared. That's all he wanted.
Yeah.
Right? Like, people shared it, I guess.
You get 10 million views on TikTok, and a couple thousand people telling him he's based.
And you get 10 million views on TikTok, and you can finally pay for the f***ing meal through the creator fund.
No, you can't. No way. Not even close.
You pay for half of it.
See, like that. But to be honest, though, like Dux, I kind of like prank videos like that because it reminds me like way back when I was looking at all those like the social experiment shit where like literally like back in the day, Fuzi and all these guys would do these crazy videos.
I'm Ethan Bradbury.
Yeah, like dude, like fucking homeless, like they gave them like a bits of change every once in a while.
I can't forget the Joey Salads prank video where he went into a black neighborhood with a sign saying "White Lives Matter," and then he paid a bunch of black guys to fake beat him up. Like, that is the worst
Dude, but see-
fake social experiment in the history of social experiments.
That was a good one,
Oh
dude.
my god.
That was just good. But that's like comically evil, and he's trying to pass it off like good. Like sometimes I just want to watch a prank channel where like some days I wish I wake up and there was an evil Mr. Beast. You know what I mean? Like somebody with the same level of resources that was just a complete asshole. You know what I
Honestly,
mean?
dude,
Like,
sometimes I feel like Mr. Beast is just one bad day away from becoming evil Mr. Beast.
Yeah, reporting 10,000 people to the IRS.
Oh,
That's his video.
Exactly. Exactly. Like imagine him starting off super high energy. Today we find 1,000 online Etsy creators and we report their earnings to the Internal Revenue.
today I sued 1,000 YouTubers that reacted to my content.
Yeah, I got the best lawyer in the world and dumps $10 million into the funding.
It's like, yeah, see, like that's the kind of like content that, like, in a way, it would be like, it is wholly negative, but just like to have, it's kind of like Filthy Frank, right? Like the one character that's like the most evil person out of social media. It's kind of like the one thing you want to see, and I think that's one of the reasons why like that era of YouTube was so successful. It's like you're on a mainstream platform and you're just all like,
See, but here's the thing:
fucking
like,
hella degenerates.
when you see these degenerates, okay, for me at least, I like watching villains. Right? Whenever I'll watch a show, I'll always root for the villains. They're always more entertaining than the heroes. But ultimately, when it comes to real life, I would love to see a villain, but not a villain that actually hurts anyone. You know, not a villain that actually like tortures people. Right? Filthy Frank was great because like his crimes were victimless. You know?
Yeah, like he's going around screaming like, "Give me a medal for being a vegan" or something.
Right? Like, something
just like
stupid
whatever.
like that.
Yeah, no, it's the internet. The internet's like well, that one clip was just wild. When I saw it, like I was gonna quote tweet and just like laugh at it, but then I'm like, nah, that's just what the guy wants. It's really hard nowadays when you want to like just shit on somebody and you're like, they made this with the express purpose of being shit on, and it's also not even like crazy entertaining to go after.
Also, it was kind of
it's
filmed
almost like
poorly. Like the guy, he wasn't even charismatic enough for the video. If he would have really like sold it, he should have. Today, guys, we're faking homeless people, and we're, you know, he didn't do any of that. He was just like, oh,
Yeah, it was just some dumb little goofy joke. It's like a Sneako clip. Like I almost don't want to share half of them because it's just he makes them, and they're just like they're designed to be like shared. And he like says stupid shit on purpose just to share it, you know, which is again not really the point.
No, that guy has
And then,
super genius original takes, bro.
bro, like come on, give me a prime Sneako like verse. Right
all
out
right,
of the
I have
phone.
a prime Sneako verse. It just happened lately. I don't remember if we talked about it last week. I think we did. He said, and I quote, "Dude, I don't think Hitler's evil. Like, I didn't meet him in person, so I don't really know."
Wait, yeah, YouTube TOS. Hitler was a bad guy. He was a real bad fella.
Hate speech.
Yeah, so Hitler's been known for his hate speech. That's one of the main things that he's known for.
I thought one of his best takes was saying that everyone should take their girl to a party and watch her get because it'll make your relationship stronger. I thought that was a super based alpha male take.
How do people take the alpha male community seriously when like every other like week somebody comes out as a cuck? Because it wasn't just Sneako that it happened to. I remember there was this one guy named like
Jack?
He was like Jack Murphy, He was like the super alpha male, like bearded dude. And then like this article like comes out and it's like, my wife is getting in the other room and I'm having a good time. And I'm like, dude,
no, you're not.
How do people take the alpha male shit like that seriously, you know? Like how is it red pill to watch that? It's also like what I find really funny is like with the Sneako and the Andrew Tate community is like they've converted to Islam, right? So it's like now they're all like these Islamic chads, but then they're still drinking, smoking cigars,
that's what's wild
having
to me.
sex out of wedlock. Like what?
Yeah.
And then the Muslim community, like the fucking dipshit younger generation, like listens. It was like, wow, listen to this guy. He's really cool because he said one like verse on Twitter, but let's excuse all the other things. I'm like, wait a minute.
Did you see the clip? Did you see the clip of Destiny asking Sneako, "Okay, Sneako, tell me one verse of the Quran"? And he's like, "Oh, I can't do that."
Exactly.
Right, this is Sneako.
No, it's real like poser behavior, but you know, it's one of those things where it's like, well, how much do you even hear about him anymore? Like he stopped trending really. I think he's on Rumble, like screaming into the fucking clouds, so to speak, and I'm just not really seeing a whole lot of it. Like we're talking about it because we have proximity to the situation.
Because he's a public toilet.
Exactly,
Public
right?
toilet.
Yeah, man, that Charlie video destroyed him, dude. Like that one. That
see, but it's so funny. Like
that was the worst.
You see, there we go. You see, that's a great example. Thank you, Muda. You brought up a fantastic example. That is a villain that's entertaining to watch. You want to watch him spiral out of control and crash into the floor. Like,
dude,
the sad thing about Sneako is he used to make really good content that was well edited and like even had animated elements, and it didn't do as good as his new grifting shithead Manosphere stick, which is kind of sad and speaks to like the state of the internet. You know, he's making way more now than he was then.
Yeah, the thing about it is like it's kind of like indicative of any like political like based channel, like because at the end of the day, the Manosphere stuff is politically based. You're never gonna find like liberal Manosphere type guys. It always has to be like the same talking points. You know what I mean? Like it always has to derive and like you can't deviate from your camp whatsoever. Because once you do that, bro, people will like call you a cuck. They will just like
alienate
you. Can't be middle of the road. You have to be like extreme end or not. You know,
literally.
Yeah.
There's no level for critical thinking. Like if you and the thing with Sneako is like if you watch his older content, even beyond just production quality, like the guy actually was like applying analytical thought to things, not just like the thing with Sneako is like if you just told him like, hey Sneako, you need oxygen to live, but like if somebody with blue hair or like a feminazi quote unquote was saying that, he'd be like, no, you don't need air. Air is just a social construct. Like he would just like switch off to the talking point because his like enemy is speaking it. It's a really weird way of living. It's unhealthy. And it reminds me of this one thing. Do you guys hear about this incel dude that just like fucking got kicked out of the community?
I knew you were gonna say this. This is so up your alley. All right, go take it away. Take it away.
So okay, so there's this one incel guy. I forget the exact name of it. Some stupid Reddit type username. But he was like the king of the incels, so to speak, right? And the incel community is involuntarily celibate. So the key word here is involuntary. You don't have a choice, right? Like you're sexless. So what happened is the guy got laid. And so what do you think his community did? Bro, they went into a fucking meltdown. They were calling him fake cell, like literally, you know that, bro. Like you know that like meme of like girls like the single women holding single women back. Literally the same thing with the incels. The dude goes out, gets
his
laid,
name is
and the other dudes are like,
Sarge. This
dude, basically one of the prominent incel celebrities.
And he basically tweets this. I feel a lot of mixed feelings about leaving the incel community. While it feels good to no longer be incel, I'm going to miss all the friends and connections I've made. To all of you who have supported me over the years, thank you. I start a new chapter in my life, albeit late. And everyone's like roasting him and obliterating him.
Yeah. Thanks for supporting me for not getting. I'm sorry for abandoning you guys.
Exactly.
Like, what?
It's honestly disgusting that you betray your community when some chick finally settles for you. And his response, well, enjoy being a virgin for some weird cause. No one wants to be incel, lol. We're not Jedi. Like, oh my god.
Which is dude, this is the thing with this community. It's like, all right, so I always have said this. I'm like, bro, nobody owes you a relationship. You know that whole survival of the fittest shit? That exists. Like, if here's the thing, this whole like, today I was reading this today before I literally came onto this podcast. There was this one Twitter guy who like threw out this chart of like women who like after like 38 year like beauty and like market status falls off, and 38 is for men, 23 is for women. Like, dude is applying like charts that you would see in a financial thing. You know what I mean? Not even kidding. Like the same charts that I would be using to analyze a financial position is the same chart this person uses to analyze. Yeah. And I'm just like, now hold on a minute. This is how far you're going, okay? You've already lost the plot. And so like I'm looking into it, and then like the same incel like definitions, look maxing, like height maxing, all this fucking bullshit. And then you get into like the fucking surgeries you can do, and like it's insanity.
That's nerd shit.
I'm like, dude, it's like, listen, nobody owes you anything. If you want to be a high value dude, you just be normal, all right? Like, as soon as you get a job and as soon as you go into like the world of hobbies, you'll find tons of options. But like, it's just literally dudes who are like, I can't get a like on Tinder, therefore there is no woman out for me.
Yeah, but you wonder how people like Andrew Tate get so popular. It's like you have these people that the society around them is basically saying that you are unfit to the society. And Andrew Tate says, don't worry, you can make something of yourself. right?
Yeah.
So it's
By joining my affiliate program
by
that I teach you dropshipping.
joining my cult.
Bro, it's only $50 a month, isn't it?
Have you ever signed up for any of that
No,
shit?
that's
Just even as a joke.
That's a good ass deal though, bro. $50 a month for a Discord? What? No, I should sign up though.
Dude,
I want to become the
Andrew
top
Tate
G.
he was banned on Discord. You heard that?
Oh, he was.
Yeah,
Andrew Tate got banned?
on Discord.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
I think it's funny how he's like the representative of like the family structure. They're saying he's bringing the family structure back, but isn't he like in
Everyone?
like, pimping out girls on OnlyFans
Yeah.
and like banging
See-
dozens
Oh my
of girls?
god,
Dude,
bro,
it's
that's the nuclear family structure
Yeah.
from like 1800.
Like I find it so
It's just
ironic
weird.
that he preaches his lifestyle. Like his lifestyle is the correct one, but his lifestyle and how he made it is so anti the Islamic faith. You know?
No, he was
Well,
a failed
it-
reality television star turned
Kickboxer.
digital pimp.
Well, the thing is, it's like if you show Andrew Tate to any normal guy, like any normal like guy with a nuclear family, and like I've shown it to like two dudes, all right, like my dad and my wife's dad, and they're both like, this guy's f***ing unhinged. This guy's not right.
Congratulations, Muda. What?
Thanks, man.
Hey.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
I guess you had an
like,
exciting
when
week.
No, I live at my mom's house, so I tried to pitch her the Andrew Tate stuff. I was like, Mom, just to let you know, you're my property. All women are my property. I'm living in the master bedroom now. She didn't go for it.
Oh damn.
Dude, it's like, bro, if I showed my mom Andrew, if I was Andrew Tate, like if I was that kind of guy, my mom would kill me. Like, you know those fucking Muslim honor killings you hear about? That would be me. Like, it would be the fucking.
They would disembowel
Like,
you.
Well, I told my mom that. I'm like, my mom literally was like, well, this is what we call like a fourth term abortion. So I'm like, that's all she told me. It's like at that point you're just done.
Your mom
It's
hit,
like
your mom hit you with that. I brought you into this world. I'll take you out. Shit.
Bro, dude, every time, dude, I think it's like every month I get told that. Come on now, like I come from that family, you know. My dad, like, if I bring up the Andrew Tate lifestyle, my dad's like, well, son, you know, you're not really my son if you're one of those pimp casino owners on the internet. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
I'm
dude.
still not even sure what an alpha male is by their definition. Is it just like posturing and like acting like you're superior, like peacocking all the time? It's like you have
Do
to
you
get
have
a
a-
bunch of or like how
Okay,
exactly does it work?
Do you have a Ferrari?
No, I have a Prius,
Okay, so
bro.
you're fucking beta. Oh wow.
Oh
So you
my
drive a
God,
battery
dude.
car, bro?
I
What
drive
the
a Prius, bro.
Wait, do you care about the
Yeah, bro.
environment? Damn.
What do you like? Do you plug that in next to your fucking tampon warmer too?
Yeah.
What the
Am I just the supreme beta?
Do you even put that in your garage or whatnot? Do you even know what a garage is, bro?
I've never seen a garage. No, it's weird because
Dude.
I grew up wrestling, so I come from a wrestling community, right? Which is typically like tough guys wrestler or whatever. But the
Yeah.
whole alpha male thing just seems about
Wait,
Like
wait, which type of
peacocking.
wrestling? Like in
Folk style.
world wrestling or
no like folk
Huh?
style wrestling. I wrestled all through like high school and college and everything.
Okay, all right. I was like,
Which there's typically tough guys in wrestling, but all these alpha male guys, they just like posture and peacock. It's like weird. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because I guess, look, they're getting their clout through the internet, right? So how do you prove to the internet that you're a tough guy? Well, the internet essentially is all just posturing in some way or another. It's like you are making
well,
up
it
a
always
perspective.
is just like flexing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, like for me to be an alpha male in this call right now, I'd have to be like kind of like flexing on you guys and like you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah, I mean, like,
Who
let's
wants to be
let's-
around that?
Yeah.
Other
Well,
alpha
like,
males.
well, that's the thing. Like, the only people that follow into that are people that don't really have like life experiences. Like, I don't have a crazy amount of life experiences, but like, I went to college, I had a career, like, and, you know, I do this, and I like after I'm done making a video or like this, I go outside to the fucking real world, and I got like real world friends and families to go talk to. I think that's a big difference, right?
Yep.
Like a lot of people that follow these guys, I don't know if they have like a lot of shit going on outside, because I know we're all like that. Like, next you go out to your real friend circle. You're not on Discords all day, like talking to people on servers. You actually have a real community of people that you know outside. Like all my like real life friends, they don't have Discords. They don't have any.
Yeah, I was
of
just
that,
on the
so-
phone today for like an hour with a good friend of mine that works at the IRS.
I want to ask you that actually, because I've been so fucking. What happened? Because I had an issue with the fucking tax board this week too.
Yeah,
And it was.
Oh, dude,
around
you
with-
told me about that. That's why we had to push last podcast, right?
We did. We had to do that alongside another problem. But yeah, last week I had a little message come in where like they gave me this one. So okay, I woke up and I got like. By the way, they sent me a fucking letter at 2 a.m. The fucking revenue agency, and I was like, what? I was about to go to bed, so I open up this letter, and in the letter it's like, oh, so how much did you make? And they listed the total amount I made, which fucking I'll write it in because I don't want to like put it in. I don't want to like leak it out, but like that amount, like if you click on the chat, you guys can see exactly. So they gave me that amount. They said I made that much, and then like they said that I owed sales tax on that amount. So I was just like, sitting back. So they gave me like the percentage. Like I owe basically like I think 14% of that, and I'm just like, what the. Like they told me exactly where it was. Like, and then and so they basically said that anything I made out of YouTube. Or something, right? That was considered sales tax. So I had to like dig out like I had to send them the terms and conditions of like YouTube AdSense because like I was like, dude, there's no official contract or nothing. There's nothing like that exists.
Dude, maybe you can help me then because I have been such a pickle. Oh my god.
We have to pay sales tax on our ad revenue?
No. That was the government. They looked at revenue. So like when you write it into like whatever line for your fucking company or like your individual taxes, the fucking agent over there who like doesn't know their job, like we're not an agent, the desk jockey working at the revenue service is like, well, that's how much sales you made. So here's the fucking generic tax that we put onto you. You have like a month to reply, and I'm like, oh, okay, here's and now it's kind of like just sitting there. So we'll see how it goes. All right, like knock on wood, hopefully.
Jesus, dude.
Well,
that's scary.
my issue was, do you remember? Oh god, I've had so many issues with YouTube AdSense. Do you remember in 2021, YouTube says everyone has to file their tax info, like, and send them to YouTube, or else they're gonna withhold like 24% of all your revenue. Okay. Mm-hmm. So, like everyone else on the planet, I obviously did that. However, they withheld it anyway because they asked for my, my tax info, which I gave them. However, since I'm being paid to Canada, I'm a dual citizen. I'm Canadian and American. Since I'm being paid to Canada, and I also need to file in America, basically, they didn't attach my social security number, the American one, to the tax filings that I would be getting to Canada, so they took the 24% anyway. So, like, if you look at my 24%, that's a big freaking number.
What the?
So, if you look at you look at my tax returns and you compare, like, it should said, and you will be getting a refund of X amount of money, a very large sum, and it'll say refund received 0 because they actually kept all of it. So I was
That's insane.
Yeah, so I was on the phone with the IRS today for like an hour, and basically,
you can get those on the phone.
Well, yeah, if you're on hold for all day listening to their shitty music.
Yeah, you have to be on hold for like 6 hours.
So,
just 6 hours? That's such a good deal.
Yeah, dude, that's like as long as a friend of mine was the other day. Anyway. Yo. So anyway, basically, the issue that I have is they said you need. So they weren't even willing. They said, okay, so I'll attach my social security number to the filing. You freaking send me my money. And they're like, oh no, of course we can't do that. You see, we need to all get all these documents from your employer, right? From YouTube. All these documents proving that they sent this funds to the government. And all that. I have no idea how to receive this document from YouTube. I've been breaking my head over it.
You didn't get your was it 1099-S?
I got the 1099. I also need to get a W-2.
Bro, you gotta check your email. Oh. Yeah, no, they you can do a request to AdSense. It's an email request, so it'll send you like an encrypted letter. I had to do the same thing myself. I can see if I can walk you through it.
Oh, that would be awesome, actually. Oh my god. So, but yeah, it's been a stressful day.
Yeah, bro, dude, when tax month rolls around, bro, everyone's shitting themselves. Like, we have a strike right now going on. Dude, imagine being a fucking revenue agent and you're striking on tax month, bro. Like, I'm
dude, like, they also in the like email I received, you ready for the wild one? They said, and I kid you not, you have until May 10th to rectify this or we're keeping the money.
Oh, dude, that's what every revenue. They gave me the same thing.
They
It's
give
like,
you
bro,
10,
you better
10
get
days. No, May 5th, was it? Yeah, it was May 5th. They give you 10 days. It's like...
You just tell them make it May 4th, bro. Make it a fucking Star Wars shit. Make it kind of funny. Fuck.
Yeah, so that's been...
Dude, did you hear about, like, Fishtank? Did you hear about, like, Sam Hyde's Fishtank get fucking nuked by Google?
Yes, I did. Yeah, but nuked by Google because he wasn't paying for it, alright? Like...
Did he? Was it because I thought he paid, like, the fucking money.
At first...
He thought that the $30,000 he paid was for the entire month of hosting it, and then he found out it was only for 3 days.
Yeah, he
that makes
didn't
sense,
pay
though,
enough
'cause
money.
He was streaming how much?
So...
Well, he was streaming how much? That's the thing, right? Like
24/7 on like 8 different cameras. For those that don't know about Fishtank, it is a crazy, awesome project by Sam Hyde. That I mean, what's close to it that you can? Because it's like a Big Brother setup where they're filming all the time, but you can actually access the cameras in real time. Who else has done that? Has there been like prior projects?
Yeah, bro. City of Los Angeles Skid Row traffic cams.
Yeah. No, but it was really cool. I was so stoked those first few days when it was up. It was exciting.
Yeah, like, the thing that I'm reading is right here. I don't know if you guys may have seen this. Have you guys seen this shit right here?
No.
Okay, so this is totally new by Fox. Sam just posted this today.
Oh, shit.
We are notifying you that your project, Fishtank 2, has been suspended because it is associated with repeated terms of service violations. The activity violates the Google Cloud Platform TOS and the Platform TOS of the Google API you may be using. To regain control of the suspended project, please submit an appeal, sign into Fishtank 2, blah, blah, blah. So, and again, they want them to fill out a whole form. So they never listed what he violated or what he did, just that it was under the Google Cloud Platform TOS.
I love the specificity of that, dude. The violation of the TOS. It's cool.
Because I thought this was... at first when I saw this, I'm like, oh, he probably just didn't pay or something, and that was it. And then I was like, I read it, and I was like, no, this is like him violating some TOS. So I guess maybe, like, first off, Fishtank is obviously a little bit raunchy. Let's not fucking, split hairs. Is it pornography? Is it like fucking snuff? No.
Yeah, obviously
far
not.
from it. So I'm like looking into this, and I'm like, what could they have violated on the cloud platform to get nuked off of it? I always thought that you could just buy like hosting space and get away with it. So unless they take this entire project and like port it over to like AWS or like another, the other 2 cloud service providers that exist, it's not really going to go anywhere, unfortunately,
Well, no, Sam was playing it safe. Like, he was like banning people for doing TTS that was using any gamer words, even calling the contestants fat. Like, he was trying to be really careful about, not violating harassment shit.
And it's funny because Fishtank was available without any issues on YouTube streaming for a while. Like when they had their website down initially, because the whole like 10, 20, 30, the whole like $30,000 issue. So I'm like, what could the problem be now that they've decided to take this project down, and especially that it's been watered down pretty heavily. So I don't even get it. It's like, I'm not saying like, listen, I get it. If somebody ran a project where it was just like, the comment section on YouTube that we were looking at before the start of this, podcast. I'm not going to name it specifically.
It was a good ass comment section, though, bro.
Wild comment section, dude.
Free my pink man.
Yeah, like if you were running a fucking service where like you were just spouting racist shit, like if David Duke came back from the fucking grave and just started like posting like his shit.
Nutritional advice, bro. That's what David Duke was posting when he got banned.
Yeah.
He actually was, bro. I was watching his shit. He was posting like about vegetables and shit.
Well, I mean,
he's huge into bodybuilding.
Well, there's only so much you can say about a group of people before you get to it. But, like, if there was somebody doing that, I could get it. I understand it. I'm not going to fucking fight for some, like, racist neo-Nazi that got removed off a private platform. But this was far from it. So I'm just like, it's so weird to see these non-specific TOS violations and like, how literally the top, like, 3 providers in the world have a complete monopoly of what you can do on the internet. So the only way that, honestly, he can get away with this is if he literally works with some provider agencies that are designed to host some of the most, like, hateful stuff out there, which you're really associating with bad people out of necessity at that point. But what do you do?
That
right?
sucks, dude. Because I've watched so much Fishtank, and it does seem to be pretty tame. Like it's way less wild than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. I mean, like when you hear the word Sam Hyde and you think about like, oh, what the is like when you hear the concept of how wild this is, you think in your head like, oh, this is going to be like some 4chan shit on crack, but it's really not. So it's like what.
No, they're doing it right, bro. I was like, we should introduce a dozen rats into the home on day one. Like, we should have bugs in there. They're talking to a lawyer, and they figured out how to do it the right way, and they're seemingly not making any mistakes. I'm surprised they're dealing with so much issues.
I wonder if like Rumble or somebody or any of these other like alternative websites are going to step in and like maybe allow hosting it because it is. I'm surprised why not. Project.
Like. Yeah. It's great publicity for anyone that actually takes them, and they literally lose nothing,
It's a lot more palatable to watch Fishtank than all the other people that Rumble grabs, you know what I mean? Like, I
feel like the bar for content on Rumble is so low.
Well, they're about to, I mean, when they hired on Steve Will Do It, I'm pretty sure they're probably talking to Tucker Carlson already just to get him shifted over. So, yeah, the bar is fucking low. This would be like something that could bring... I guess more normies or like more middle of the road type fellers in, but it is what it is.
Isn't Aiden Ross thriving on Rumble?
He's on Kick, bro.
Oh, it's Kick. That's what it is. Dude. I'm getting them mixed up.
Have you been on Kick?
Kick is streaming Rumble. It's just.
Yeah. I've seen some Kick.
It's a so I'm just gonna straight up say I think Kick isn't bad. I think Kick is actually relatively okay. They've actually done a lot more moderation than I would expect. They're going crazy on advertising. Like they're working with like Alfa Romeo. Like they've actually like okay. If you go to Kick right now, one thing that I guarantee you won't probably see is like just straight up like softcore pornography. It's literally just gaming and like people chatting. Versus if I do go to like fucking Twitch TV right now, It is very much like softcore pornography, especially in the just chatting section for the most part. So they're kind of cleaning up.
It's on Twitch, like licking on shit, getting like lick and suck ASMR. Have you seen that stuff?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy.
Dude, we've been seeing that shit for years.
What is that?
That ain't new.
I know, but what the hell is that?
Dude, I think. Well, listen. Okay. People like to shit on like individuals like that who are making that kind of content, but I think the real problem is like the viewer, like who the fuck is financing it? Who is sitting there for hours on end watching that shit in the first place, Like, I don't know.
I guess the consumer drives the market, so there is a big market for that.
There is a big market for it. I mean, I just went on to Twitch right now, and like immediately you're right. Like the first thing I saw was like just straight like jazzercise exercises, like mic licking and all that bullshit.
The mic licking just trips me out, bro. It trips me the fuck out.
It doesn't turn you on?
You don't get tingles, bro? You don't get the ASMR tingles? That's a thing.
Just some girl in her room just licking on shit.
Dude, they buy the nicest microphones, and they buy like silicone like ears and like just bite on that shit, dude. It's insane.
Maybe I should do that, bro.
Yeah, but like... Do you really think you want to step into the hyper competitive ASMR ear licking market, bro? You think you're gonna make it?
I think I might have a natural talent, bro.
Yeah, you might have one of those. I mean, listen, I will support you till the ends of the earth. If you choose to go down that route, I promise to be
I'll watch, bro.
One of the viewers. Yeah, dude.
Just rub your mustache on microphones.
Yeah, dude. I'll the join button if you do that on YouTube, bro. It's a big market, bro. Back in the day, like 2013, 2014, every other channel I knew was doing an ASMR thing. I came from like this creepypasta community of people, and like at the time, bro, I remember I was given this advice: make a second channel for ASMR.
No one told you to do that. No shot.
Bro, $100,000 I'll give you right now. I'll tell you. I was on the Skype group chats. Yes, Skype group chats with like 1,000 other like mouth breathers, and this was the common advice. Okay, like, and I didn't follow a lot of the common advice. All right, I didn't join the ASMR like play a FNAF game every hour of your life before the
bro.
And that, dude, it was wild back in the day, man. It was the YouTube advice that you got. 99% of it was fucking shit. Like nowadays, if you get some YouTube advice from somebody, it's probably pretty decent. But back in the day, bro, like no name Andy would give you advice, and it was shit for a reason. Yeah, that was a bit of old YouTube stuff. Brandon, what is your YouTube advice? What is your best advice you're gonna give to somebody who's coming up in the game?
Oh man, I guess for what I do, I would advise to be on the road a lot, travel, go to interesting conventions, interesting events, and
like the Gathering of the Juggalos.
Yeah, Gathering of the Juggalos. Or like I did a video in Skid Row. I've done a video in O Block Hoods. I feel like most of my videos are topical based videos where I interview people on the street in areas that most people would shy away from going to.
Are you fucking strapped when you go down to those shitty places?
I always got a Glock on me, bro.
For real? Like no memes on it.
Yeah, I grew up.
Actually, wait. If you're not like concealed carry, we can cut that part out.
No, I'm concealed carry, bro. I grew up in the projects in Maryland. I always have it on me since fucking age 8, bro. Age 9, I was out there slinging cane, gripped up.
See, I don't even doubt that. Like, I know it's fucking hard on the East Coast. Like, I don't even doubt any of that. Like, if you were anybody else, I would have been like, you with me?
No, I'm like.
But when you say Maryland,
I'm like the least hard person. I don't have a gun.
Do you end up on Skid Row? What the place is hard, dude?
Yeah, I just pull up to places with the thought of like no one's gonna kill me. I'm gonna tell them about my YouTube following, and then I'll have more value alive than dead. And it's worked so far, but I'm
strong mindset.
Yeah, and I also am like super gonna like if someone tries to ego clash me, I'm just gonna back down and play the like you win role. So like I feel like I can avoid conflict in that way in the hood, you know.
Yeah, you're one of those guys who are like, see, you know the smart way of staying alive, picking your battles, right?
Yeah, like if I'm in the hood and someone's like, hey yo, get the out of here, you white piece of shit, I'll be like, hey, sorry, bro. You know what I mean?
You're out.
The ultimate defense.
Like...
I'm not gonna be like, what'd you say? What? Because like I'm in their territory, I'm in their area. I got to be respectful. So no, I don't have a gun out with me, but I have guns at my house.
Respect.
Yeah, but do you know how to use them? Unlike Sneako, though.
Unlike Sneako, though,
nice
what?
and ready.
No, with the clips thing. No,
yeah,
I'm well trained with the firearm.
You got your clips ready, right?
Yeah,
okay,
I'm well trained. I'm the 2023 Chris Kyle.
Dude, I love the... You know my favorite Sneako thing is not even the guns. It's the fucking car. The fucking donuts, dude. He fucked up his Charger's tires so hard with that. I had to like fucking... One day, I promise Sneako, if he comes down to Toronto, I will personally teach him how to do donuts in an actual muscle car. Like...
He doesn't know how to do it?
Bro, you've never seen the Sneako do donuts? Oh, bro, dude. Hold on, I gotta find this for you. Nux, hold on to this conversation.
I have seen the donuts, or what are supposed to be donuts. Dude,
I really just want to get on a live stream and talk to Sneako about.
Yeah, but
like,
he doesn't want to ever talk to you.
Have you tried to box? You've tried to box him, I know that, but like, has he? That's never been anywhere though. Like, I know that tons of people have been trying to help you get onto it. Like, Keem has been trying to organize it.
Dude, it doesn't matter how many people want to. If Sneako doesn't, then that's it. And that's, I think, this situation.
I feel like that would be a good matchup though.
Your Age Gaming. Bro, like if you watch my last fight, I'm obviously not a good boxer. It's not. People are making it out to be like I'm some tough boxer that's trying to pick on Sneako for an easy fight. He could beat me in a fight. Like I'm really not that good. He's not that good.
But the thing is, it's an equal matchup because I believe you guys are the same height, you're the same weight, everything. It's not like you're like a foot taller than the dude. I'm like.
You don't have enough clout. You need 10 million subscribers.
Yeah. Dude, it's like, dude, I don't even think it's like clout. It's like as long as you agree to it, then an excuse gets made up. Here's the clip, Brandon. I want to show it to you. This is the funniest like thing that I've ever seen. So he has this like a green Charger, baby puke green. So like watch this.
Oh god, this is so sad.
I want to break your ozone layer.
Oh, this
is he's trying to be edgy.
No, he's trying.
Oh, he's driving in a circle. Oh,
bro.
That's weak, bro. He posted that.
Bro, yeah, that's his like verified account, blue check and all. Dude, that's there's just no shame. Like you know what it's like. You know what those like alpha male dudes are like. There's no shame in society anymore. That's the definition.
That was so weak, dude.
I showed
That was
this.
so
I showed
weak.
this clip to my dad before the Sneako thing, and my dad is like, "Oh, this is like f***ing just some old guy that doesn't know how to drive." I'm like, "No, no, 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 it gets better." He's like, "That's
Dude,
your
that's
age?"
some shit I would do as like a joke. Like, do that and post and be like, yeah, I'm tough as shit because I knew I just did a bad burnout.
Exactly, and I'm just like sitting over there, I'm like, this is just like sad, dude. Like, what the? But you know, it's just like he's like a. He literally is just like a kid. Like Nux, you were like right. He's like the perfect villain. Like you can't just like laugh at him because he's so goofy. I wouldn't say what he says is harmless though. Me and Nux have had this conversation.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's the problem. I do think he's goofy. I do think he's a villain. I don't think he's very smart, but I do think he is promoting a dangerous agenda.
Yeah, he's an overall fucking, I don't know. There's no real redemption over there. Like this is the problem with some of these people. It's like when they have like a redeeming arc, everyone just wants to like kind of forget it. I'm like, why? Like,
Yeah, that's
how
why.
can you
Like,
choose to like?
ultimately, I really like all the Charlie videos. I think the last one, the discussion, like on the one hand, I think it was a good discussion and Charlie did a good job about it. On the other hand, it almost felt like a redemption arc when they didn't actually touch upon the real issues of Sneako. You know, like they talked about their personal beef, which I get, but you can't just forget the other stuff he said that they didn't talk about.
Yeah, it's a weird thing, and it's kind of wild how like you know, it's just God, I want to see this boxing ring. I want to see somebody go in and like you know, I want to see the guy get humbled or whatever. I just want to see something out of it.
Would be nice.
But I don't think it's gonna happen. I think it's one of those things where it's like internet tough guy, like the perfect internet tough guy behavior and shit. Like to be fair, like even Andrew Tate said it the best way. He said like, "What if you're not man enough to get into the ring? I don't want to hear you talk about being a man." Or
Yeah, which was so ironic.
that.
Oh, dude, we lost him. But that was
I think he
hilariously ironic.
That was the funniest shit to me because I was like, "Wait, there's no fucking way that like his fucking dad." Like his adopted internet father, like abandoned him.
And that dude hit him right where it hurts.
We're getting
I don't know,
censored,
dude.
bro. The Matrix is attacking us, dude. Mudahar, you've spoken too much, dude.
True.
Bro, I hate the Matrix memes. So, you know, every time I hear like the Matrix is attacking us, I'm like, just basically don't take accountability for your life. Like that's all I hear. I'm like, wait, what Matrix? Like it's funny how the Matrix is attacking you. I'm like, how does a Matrix allow you to speak in the
Can
first
you guys
place?
see me?
Like,
My shit is mad glitchy.
I think it's just like a internet connection. Are you downloading something?
Don't know. Are you on Microsoft Edge? That's where you gotta be.
Okay, so you know our friend Nick Crowley. You know him, right? Like the guy who makes like darker content.
Yeah, I know him.
Okay, so Nick Crowley made a video about this guy named Plasma Master Don, an old guy that was like a pedophile and shit.
Okay. Like one of the TikTok
Okay,
guys?
No, he's like an old YouTuber, like old school YouTuber.
Okay.
And it turns out that like he exposed that this guy was like an actual predator.
Ooh, damn.
Well, it turns out there's a new old potential alleged predator on the prowl, right? And I'm saying alleged because I'm still looking into the story right now. So this one guy named Feature Man on YouTube, he like makes these videos. Like if you watch them, it's like he's making like these cooking videos where he goes to the dollar store, buys like in box like items and like puts them together. It's just some old dude cooking. I have it on the background all the time.
Okay.
Whenever I'm like, working on shit.
Oh, God.
Well, so internet investigators, somebody had to be so jaded, bro. They looked into like Nevada court records. They dug up newspapers that came out of microfilm,
Bruh.
like at the library. And it turns out the guy was like one of the biggest predators in like Nevada,
That's
allegedly.
wild. Oh my god.
Yeah, so the guy makes like a video responding to the allegations that only stays up, and this is a YouTube world record, by the way, to make a response video and keep it live for like 10 minutes before you delete it and just try to eliminate all comments and everything.
Damn.
It is like...
That's wild.
And he's like some 70, 75-year-old dude.
Dude, how is there so much drama? How does so many things happen in 1 week?
In 1 week alone, we've had Tucker Carlson getting out of Fox. We had like Steven Crowder in like this divorce saga kick in, which is like insane to me. And again, I'm not here to like look at anybody.
I know that you
it's
don't
not.
like pay attention to the VTuber scene at all, but it has been insane also.
Yeah, you gotta fill us in. What happened? Because you said at the before we started, and I quote.
No, don't quote. Don't quote.
Okay, no. Yeah. Wait, actually, no quote. No quote.
Okay.
No quote.
Listen.
Ahead,
Okay, all right. It is no secret that I have had drama with the VTuber group V Shoujo, like a year and a half ago at this point.
Okay.
Yeah, a little over a year ago. That is no secret. So it's very difficult to remain biased. However, unbiased rather. So basically, just today, at the time of recording this podcast, a quarter of V Shoujo
the whole org
left the talent. There are 8 people in V Shoujo, and 2 of them literally just quit. They didn't want to renew their contract. And they talked about on stream how basically it's like I don't really know if the other people were ever my friends, like some really interesting stuff.
Well, that's what happens with some of these talent agencies, bro. Like, they fucking make them out to be such a family, and it's not like as close as you would expect, right? It's like part of the same reason why, like, I think some of the esports shit has been dying out too, even amongst like some of the content creators. Is like there's just a lot of falling out. And anytime you have, like, listen, at the end of the day, all of this is a business, right?
So that's what I wanted to say. Ultimately, if you look at V Shoujo, their reputation is not good, frankly, especially, like, since my drama and all that other stuff that's happened in between, mostly my drama. Their reputation is not that good at all. And why are they even in V Shoujo at this point? Like, it's not hooking them up with better collabs, because it's not like they collab all that often. It's not like the reputation of V Shoujo is going to carry you, because their reputation, frankly, is only so right now.
It's like the people that join BBTV or some shit, or YouTube.
Also, like,
MCN.
V
Like,
Shoujo is taking a revenue cut, right? And what are they giving you in return at this point? Like, if
nothing.
So I totally understand the termination of contract. Like, just from a monetary perspective, like, it's not like they're not editing your YouTube videos. Everyone has to do their own stuff.
They're
not giving you assets, basically.
Check at the end of the month.
Like, I don't.
Yeah, they're.
So yes, you may label it like a family, but ultimately it's a business.
It's a business that, like, ultimately is not providing much back to the people that it's siphoning a crap ton of money out of. That's the same thing for anything, like MCNs, like all these YouTube businesses. Like, anytime they hire a YouTuber on, it's like, bro, you're basically giving your pimp money, okay? Like, you're basically giving old Andrew their fucking money for nothing. Like, that's pretty much the whole fucking story. And
welcome home, family.
Yeah, it's all it comes down to, man. Like, it's fucking insanity.
The VTuber world, I'm very confused about the VTuber world, because I'm like, outside looking in, it's hard to understand. So VTubers are essentially people who use an avatar instead of their actual face, and then you guys just make content of any assortment, essentially.
Like any other YouTuber or any other streamer, it's just using the avatar. It's really not a lot of people like
just
to make
YouTubing with the anonymity.
Yeah,
I guess that's how I look at it.
Like, a lot of people like to make it like it's more than that, but it's really not. And since you're a character, you can come up with any characteristics you want. You could be a 4,000-year-old cum vampire if you want that to be your lore, and that's how you want to present yourself. You could.
If you switch to a black character tomorrow, is that blackface?
See, I wouldn't test it, but who knows?
That's entering some new.
In
fucking,
fact, there is a whole
bro.
drama in the VTuber scene at some point, like underground drama. A lot of people have been complaining there's not enough black representation in the VTuber scene, which is just like, well, if you're so make a black avatar.
No, it's your fault, dude.
How is this my fault? Because I'm exceedingly white.
It's your fault,
my VTuber.
Bro. You're like fucking purple pale white, dude. You're like a fucking Bloodborne white character.
That's me.
Wait, that's actually a thing. There's like a lack of diversity in the VTuber community.
There obviously isn't, because the community is just the community. They're real people. It's not like a cast of characters. It's like saying that freaking Chris from the Mr. Beast group is like a diversity person. He's a human being. Like,
dude, that was the wildest shit, bro. That's still going on.
Oh, is it still going on?
You know, it's insane. Ben Shapiro and shit was talking about fucking Mr. Beast, like
Do you guys
Chris.
feel bad for him at all?
What the fuck, dude? How is?
Yeah.
For Chris?
Yeah.
I mean,
for Chris?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I mean, like, Chris comes out, like, Chris comes out as a transgender person, and it's like, okay, it shouldn't even be that big of a deal, right?
It really
But,
shouldn't.
like,
It's
fucking
his
the
life and
internet
it's
has
his
to, like,
business.
blow it up.
And ultimately, that's it.
It's weird how, like, the people that are anti-cancel culture, like the anti-cancel culture crowd comes out, and they're the ones digging up, like, 15-year-old, like, lolly tweets and, like, crazier
Okay,
tweets
that
from
dude
back in
has
the
had
day.
a lot of wild tweets.
He's had a lot of takes where I'm, like, looking at Chris, I'm like, hold on, this is a little bit fucking weird.
So what throws me off is I feel bad for him because usually when people come out with these kinds of things, it's like celebrated, their bravery celebrated. It's usually like well received. I feel like in the past few years, but he's one of the few people I've seen come out, and it's like everyone is hating on him and shitting on him and tearing him apart.
I think it's just the internet magnifies it, you know? Like, I'm sure there was an amount of hate about it back in the day, too, but you just didn't hear about it because, like, the internet, like, not everyone had a fucking voice that could go viral in the span of minutes, you know? Like, nowadays, like, the commentary community and, like, people who, like, cover news, and I talk about, like...
And also, dude, the Twitter algorithm right now is really, really bad. Like, really bad. You know, the fact that the For You page acts like a YouTube recommended almost, instead of just the people you're following or things that are retweeted or liked, like, that's really spooky.
It's a bit of like a self-report thing. Like, I remember Hassan was talking about it too on one of his like streams. He's like, bro, I'm on Twitter and all I get is like like street fighting. And I'm like, well, maybe it's because you keep fucking watching it that it keeps peddling that shit to you. You know what I mean? Like, my For You page on Twitter, like, it's not like a fucking, you know, like vile hellscape yet. All right,
No,
like compared to like the
I have
TikTok
some.
For You.
I have some rather unflattering things on my, you know, homepage, my For You page, but dude, I get a lot of political stuff and like all sides of the political sphere. Like, I don't know who it's.
I try to, dude. I wish I could just like ignore all of it, bro. I've done this thing on like, so like Twitter Blue. Like recently, they came out with that shit, bro. Like every fucking reply I make on Twitter, the whole algo's f***ed up. Like Twitter was perfect because like you could have. Like, you literally just
Twitter
followed the people you wanted to follow. Well, I mean, it was a lot better because you followed like 10 people and you got everything chronologically. Yeah. Now I'm just getting shit from, like, my whole For You page is people that I don't want to follow.
Dude,
like, people I don't care about.
Exactly. Why? When I'm not following the person actively after seeing 100 of their tweets, shouldn't the algorithm know that I don't want to see their tweets?
No, because the way that it's set up,
I see every single Andrew Tate tweet. I do not follow him. I don't want to see his tweets, but I see all of them.
Matrix is out to get him, man. He's literally everywhere on every app.
Yeah, bro. Dude, the Matrix is silencing,
He's
bro.
so silenced. I just can't get enough of it.
For me, it seems like it's lit.
Dude, it's like anybody that, like, it's the best, like, accountability blocker, but, like, dude, okay, like, mathematically just think about it, okay? Like, if Tucker Carlson and all these people are, like, getting canceled, bro, you guys are still making millions of dollars a year. You guys still have the biggest platform bases in the fucking planet. And where's the cancellation? Dude, I want to get fucking canceled, dude. Holy shit. Bro, I'm... like, what the I wish I could get canceled, dude. What, like have 4 times the viewer base and make 10 times the cash? Hell yeah, this sounds awesome, bro. They're coming for me?
Bro.
Yeah, dude. Like, dude, and you know, like back in the day, if like somebody lost their fucking like YouTube account, it'd be like, oh shit, devastating. This guy's lost everything. Bro, they just go to Rumble and like, if you grift right, bro, you're fucking killing it, dude. Like, fucking Alex Jones out here with his like fucking coon brain like vitamins. Killing it, okay? Anybody out in the market, like if they know how to market and grift right, like if they're intelligent, you can win. The cancellation is just your fucking stepping stone to the next, you know, point. Like it's fucking insane. I was reading the other day, Trisha Paytas even, like after all of her shit, she's getting on network television now. Do you guys hear that?
No, what?
Yeah, my fucking wife was telling me about it. Network television. Hold on, I gotta find this for it. I think she's like mentioned it. Yeah, she's like filming a reality television show. Yeah, she's getting on network TV for some reason. It's fucking insane, dude. Like, fucking anybody that's ever gotten canceled, especially nowadays, I've never ever seen it come to fruition. Like, if The Matrix is coming, dude, The Matrix is the best career choice of anybody's life.
It's a great career choice, and it is also a fantastic excuse. I always laugh when I think about the Logan Paul tweet. Dude was outed for scamming his fans of $100 million. Allegedly, and his first tweet is, "Bro, you never believe the Matrix is real until it comes after you." Huh? Huh? What?
Yo. It's like if you do something wrong.
See, I don't see any Logan Paul on my timeline because he blocked me.
He blocked you. What?
Go ahead.
I was saying it's like if you do anything wrong and people have
Logan
a problem
Paul.
with it, all of a sudden that's the Matrix. That's not like you did some shit that's not acceptable. It's the Matrix is coming for you.
Well, I'm the only person that I don't think I've ever seen make that excuse, surprisingly, is Ice Poseidon.
He should.
Even though Ice Poseidon was a guy that fucking straight up...
Dude,
Ice
when's
straight
the
up,
last
like,
time you watched one of his streams? I bet you he's using that.
Dude, that's also fair. I have never
Like,
seen
dude,
one of his
you haven't
streams.
seen him in a year. Like, you haven't heard of him since his crypto scam. You haven't heard of him.
You know, the last time I ever watched any content out of Ice Poseidon was before the FBI raided his LA house. That was how long it's been since I've seen an Ice Poseidon fucking stream.
I met it with Ice.
I bet
I met
he's
it with
using
Ice
that.
in Japan when he was doing his subathon.
Is it going well for him? Or
It did go really well, bro.
Was Matrix mentioned then?
He made like well over 6 figures in like 90 days from his subathon.
That's not bad. I mean, shit. I mean, like it's better than the fucking whatever. It's better than the crypto shit that he had to get involved in with. But even with like Logan Paul, I'm glad that like you mentioned this because I've been like I have a Logan Paul video that's just like kind of sitting in the fucking like chamber, so to speak, because I have a Google alert set up for his crypto wallets. I'm like, when are these people getting paid back? Like he said that he was going to pay some people back. I haven't seen a fucking dime go towards any of these people so far. As far as I've been able to tell, I don't think he's been paying anybody back. Now maybe I haven't gotten the wrong wallet. Maybe it's all done privately. I don't know, but it's like I wouldn't be surprised if Logan Paul wanted to also sweep this under the rug, which would be even stupider because if you already got this much backlash for Crypto Zoo, if you're not paying people back, what the bro? Like, at what point do you stop being a piece of shit? You know?
Well, don't these guys have money too?
They have so much money from Prime, from like Logan, especially with WWE, that he could pay back and get the goodwill again, like, or at least like salvage. But like that's where greed comes in, bro. It's like, why would you give money back when you can keep making it, dude? Like that's at the end of the day. It's all. Listen, in the perfect world, Logan's ideal audience would be retarded people that have no fucking concept of like accountability. That's it.
That's the dream.
Like, everyone in the community has cerebral palsy and they just agree with everything he does.
Dude, in a perfect world, the audience has to be brain dead. That's it. Like if you f up Nux, your audience is going to keep you accountable.
That's the
right?
problem. That they think. God damn it, these thinkers.
Your audience can think. Brandon, if you get caught with your pants down talking to Sneako, your audience isn't going to let you. You can't gracefully take an L. Okay, you're fucked.
Shit on, bro.
Bro, your comment section's gonna be your comment section's gonna be like the one I showed you in the.
That's exactly why you need your freaking comment section to be bots. You need them all to just say W followed by your name, or L followed by someone else's name.
Bro, if tomorrow a video came out on my channel launching my new NFT project, dog, I would be crucified. I'd be in Israel right now, on a cross, nails in both hands. That would be me. But like Logan wishes his audience was like, damn, give me $1 million and forget it. Like he wants the audience to have less memory than a fucking goldfish. Anytime they question, it will piss him off. There are some creators, dude, they have audiences just like that. The makeup community, dude. The beauty community. The dumbest gaggle of morons watching that shit. That people wish they had audiences like. I wish I sometimes had an audience like that too. Bro, if I had an audience like the beauty community, bro, I'd be launching a scam every day of the week, dog. I wouldn't even give a shit. Like, that is the perfect audience. That is like the audience you want, you know? Not the one that questions you. And that's pretty much where it like gets down to. Like, Logan hates that shit.
I think Ice Poseidon's justification for the crypto scam was like, hey man, anyone who gets into altcoins knows what they're getting into, which I think is really a really funny, like, counter argument.
That's a good defense. It's like you guys are stupid, therefore it's okay to scam you, right? Therefore it's okay to like take you for a ride.
Yeah,
and to be honest,
in my defense, you should have known it was a scam.
Yeah, but like,
I
he
kind of
didn't
almost
sell it as a
agree
scam.
with
That's what I
that.
feel like. There's some cognitive dissonance. He's like, he sold you this project that wasn't a scam, that was supposed to be good, and then after the fact, he's like, you should have known it was a scam. It's like, motherfucker, I trusted you.
It's like the Aiden Ross shit, you know? Like, remember when Aiden Ross did the MILF coin token or whatever?
Yeah.
And then a week later, it's like, yo, I told you guys not to do it. I got paid a f***ing bag. Yeah, that like.
No, then he said, "Hope
comical,
none of you
like,
guys actually
laugh.
invested, though." Well, obviously they did.
That dude is just comically evil. Like, Aiden Ross is one of those he is like genuinely a.
I don't think he's evil as much as he is dumb.
No, after that MILF token shit, there's definitely a bit of evil right there. Let's not come on.
I don't know. I just see him as cripplingly stupid.
Well, okay. This is you can be evil and you can be a fucking dipshit. I think there's these things don't have to be mutually exclusive, right? Like, can we all agree? Like, you can be a gullible guy but hyper intelligent, you know, but you can also be a piece of shit, evil son of a. Also stupid.
One of my close friends is like doing the most insane, stupid shit of all time, and like I keep trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, and he's just unrelentingly dumb to the point where it's like there's nothing I can do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I feel
like making bad decisions,
I
and
had a
having
friend
no
of a friend
recourse,
that,
or like understanding of how fucked up your decisions are.
I have a friend of a friend that almost tried to get me to pitch a crypto scam. Like, wanted me to. He like tried to push it onto me.
Should
like,
have done it, dude.
It's a no. Like, well, speaking of bad decisions, and I'm glad you mentioned somebody with bad decisions. This friend of a friend put all of his money into cryptocurrency. This is like a year ago, and they were flexing that they made their money. They were giving me the whole, I'm a investor, diamond hands, like, Wall Street bets type
you
fella.
can't 10x your money with real estate.
You know, it's so funny, like, you mentioned that, and then when you hear it in person,
oh god,
and you're like, oh shit, this is a fucking mindset. This isn't just one person. Yeah, that dude isn't doing too well right now, financially, so to speak. Obviously, if you look into the market. So speaking of bad decisions, I totally know where you're getting from, Brandon. I don't know if you can get into the specifics of the bad decisions your friend is making, but,
Very bad decisions. Very bad, obviously bad decisions that he's not grasping, that he's like life ruination shit.
But, and that's the thing with some of these, like, content creators, too, on the internet, too, like, and especially when you're out there making content, especially when you're out there like catering to like some of these extreme sides, I can almost see the same thing happening, because even with people like and I hate to keep mentioning like Sneako, but the people like Tate's or whatever, like Tate's gonna be fine, but the people that make content similar to that and they're like successful now, I'm like, what are you gonna do to your life like 10 years down the road, when like this audience isn't gonna be as prevalent, you're not gonna be as prevalent, and your entire history of shitty decisions is gonna haunt you for the rest of your life, right?
Yeah, I think Chameleon Sneako will just constantly grift and disavow and shape shift and try to stay relevant as much as possible.
You think he's gonna turn into a leftist blue hair dude like 2 years from now?
If it could get you and it was popping right now, definitely.
Dude, I don't even know how that would be possible.
I don't
with
see
the amount
it.
of history.
I don't see it.
No, never say never. Remember, never say never.
Look, I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying that would be hard for me to believe. Like, I think that as far as, no matter what, there's always going to be an extreme right and extreme left. And I just think he'll just keep grifting to the extreme right no matter what it is. And I think that he might contradict many of the things he says, because the extreme right changes over time too.
Yeah, just like the left and all that shit. Like,
it all changes.
Constantly, alter
and
itself.
Dude, listen, the right was a couple hundred years ago was the big anti-racism movement, right? Like, now the major anti-racism movement is on the left. Like, things shift, but I think Sneako will always go to that extreme right no matter what it is.
I think it's just like he part of it, like, yeah, he platforms a really shitty thing, but like the idea is like he's also not intelligent enough to think for himself, so he pretty much relies on what like the big pundits in that entire organization are saying, right? Like, you're like the people in that group, like for most of them are only going to parrot what Tate says all the time, right? Like that's all it comes down to.
Yeah, he's become the figurehead.
The thing with Tate is so wild. Like, I follow this like criminal like investigation that's on him, and it's still far from being done. But the wild thing about it is, like, no matter what happens, he's still gonna have a fan base. Because, like, the Matrix argument, like, just watch. If he gets convicted of being guilty for all of his crimes,
They'll
and
just
shit,
say the Matrix was too strong.
Exactly, the Matrix was too strong. Or if he gets away from it, he's like, wow, see, he was right all along, and the Matrix was trying to cancel him. But, you know, Tate's like Neo. He's like Keanu Reeves. He knows how to dodge those bullets like no tomorrow. So, who knows, man? I mean, you know, life is a weird world we live in.
It reminds me of like drug addicts that I know that like make an excuse for their drug addiction because they'll be like, "Man, it's the system, dude. Who's putting these drugs in the streets, man? It's the system that's doing it."
That's a fucking apt point. Yeah, that's a good comparison. Listen, at the end of the day, if you can't take like, and this is the best alpha male advice I'm going to give you. All right, like to anybody watching really that wants alpha male shit. Personal accountability is the most alpha male shit that you can do. All right, your life and the world that you live in is literally only created by you. Okay, like if you're gonna, so man the fuck up and take control of the shit around you, or else fade into obscurity is what I'm gonna say. Right, like. Fucking years ago, had really nothing. All right, like not years ago, but like when I was younger, and working like a wagey, so to speak. Like, I'm gonna use the
like a
terms
brokey.
Yeah, I was a brokey. Wait, dude, way back when I was 16. Okay, listen. When I was 16, life story. I was a brokey, dude. I was a brokey. I was a wage
16,
cuck.
you have to go that far back,
bro. 16, I was a brokey. Yeah, I was a brokey. Dude. I was a wage cuck. I was drinking my soy. You know what I mean? Like working for ends, and you know it took me like years before I ended up becoming like a better like higher level wagey, and then I was able to get out of brokey status. And after carefully like maximizing and investing right, I was able to break free from the Matrix and finally, succeed. Like that, a lot of it required personal like accountability. A lot of it required like self-reflection. You got to work your ass off, I wasn't buying 50. Back in my day, I wasn't blessed enough to be getting in Hustlers University. I had to go the OG way,
Damn.
like so to speak. Have you ever signed up for like any of those like courses, Nux, even as a joke, just to see their like Discord groups?
Honestly, never. I prefer to see some other YouTuber go through all that suffering and make a video talking about how bad it is than actually experience it myself.
I feel like I'm
not
in a
gonna
great
say
position. I should join Sneako's group and infiltrate it.
Dude,
that would
you
be a
totally
fucking
should.
If you join the creativity kit, you have to follow all the tenets of their money making. All right, I don't even know what the fucking tenet. I think a lot of it is just like reposting his TikTok clips.
Make clips of Sneako shit and repost it, break free.
Yeah, literally. Like imagine. So this is it's a great reason that you mentioned it. This is how it is. Okay, like just if you're like watching from the outside. Okay. Think about it like this. You are paying somebody to gain access to their pool of clips so you can promote them further on the internet. So you're paying and then putting in the hours to promote them. Like, what the like, in a normal world, it would be the other way around. But here, you're not only paying the dude, but you're putting in the fucking wagey hours.
That's a good gig for
yeah, it's like you're sucking the and sticking the finger in the bro, like, fuck, you're doing extra on top of the extra. What is wrong with you?
I wish companies would hit me up
insane.
to pay me to promote me. That'd be so tight.
Yeah.
Dude, that's all it comes down to. And, like, it's funny because then you go into some of these, like I've seen some of these groups and you go into them and like, it was like the Andrew Tate group or one of those groups where they were like, here's what cash rich is, guys, $5,000. I'm like, so they are appealing to like 16-year-old brokey me, because back in the day I'm like $5,000, bro. I'm like Bill Gates, and then like you live in the real world, and you're
it's
like,
it's a genius manipulation tactic because it is like an attainable goal, and once you've done it, then they call you a success story, right? So
yeah, they gas you up in the Discord.
Yeah, look how many
exactly.
success stories they have, guys.
You could give
Turns
a
out if you work at McDonald's for a year, you could freaking do way better than that.
Nah, bro, they give testimonials.
Bro,
they were in the creator kit for 6 months and they made $4,000. That's their testimonial.
Yeah, $4,000 to join the creativity kit, and it's like I'm a fucking success story. I'm like, damn, bro. At this point, ITT Tech must be a fucking amazing success story for everyone.
Hey, they're
Jesus
reputable,
Christ. Dude, that's my favorite, like, fucking... I want to make a video just on ITT Tech, bro, because I almost considered going to it when I was younger. I was like, damn, this seems like a smart fucking idea. Cheap school... And again, I was way younger. I didn't know anything about accredited schools, dude. I thought University of Phoenix Online was banger, you know? Great idea. So I looked at it. I was like, damn, this is going to go places. That whole organization went defunct, dude. That was the original Hustlers University.
Bro, they had crazy marketing because their commercials were everywhere.
Dude, hey, wake up, babe.
Remember where they were marketing, though?
New Sneako clip just dropped. Go to Twitter. Go to his Twitter. The man literally makes money off being uneducated. It's unbelievable. Like, he promotes his uneducation. And that's what people like because it looks like it's anti-establishment.
We're gonna watch this and end this. This is 25-second clip on this.
Oh my god, dude! It's wild how he. Oh, dude. Yo, this is great.
Well, I think we can all. I definitely want to.
We're 3 people in this call right now, and we're all of different faiths. Okay. So I think we'll have a very appreciative take.
All right, let's go.
Islam and Christianity have a lot in common. I would say the major difference, there's some weird stuff in Catholicism. The Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. What the hell is the Holy Spirit? And then you go up and you take your first communion, you're eating the body of Christ in a cracker. So is this cannibalism? Why am I eating a cracker? What part of the body of Jesus is this? Is this the toe part of Jesus am I eating? Is it the butt? It's his body. Kids are drinking wine. Kids are getting drunk. It's the blood. It's wine. Why are we giving kids alcohol? And you're drinking Jesus' blood? It's a little satanic to be drinking a dude's blood.
Like,
bro,
it's the most unhinged, ridiculous take on the planet. Like, how can someone so pathetically uneducated in the subject matter he's preaching actually preach?
He's
I'm
trying
not a
to
Christian.
figure it out in real time. He doesn't even know what the fuck he's talking about.
He has no idea what he's talking about.
It's like when you look at like Chat GPT 0.5, like the original like brain dead fucking version. This is why, like, listen, this is what happens when you have like uneducated people following other uneducated people. Okay,
like literally, dude, and then you're gonna have
idiots will follow
you're gonna have some 16-year-old kid who grew up in a Christian house. You know, maybe not an ultra religious one, but just like, you know, they go to church every once in a while. Okay, and he's gonna see this and he's like, "Yo, what is the cracker? Is it the toe of Jesus?"
You know what it is? Like, this isn't even really new age. It's like, you know when we were on Reddit like a decade ago, and there was that like I'm 13 and this is deep and shit, or like r/atheism, and you just sign up there, and it's like it's like the 11-year-old kid who's like fucking really smart and deep and thinking about it. Like, you're just like I remember when I was on like the when I had this like conversation about religion, I don't come across as the most religious individual out there, but one of the things that always drives me insane is like, you know how they're like the world is made in 6 days or some shit, and I'm like, okay, listen, I don't think they were ever like, I don't think of the stories they meant 6 24-hour days.
Dude, the sun and moon. Okay, the sun was made on the 4th day. How do you calculate a day? Okay.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, listen, okay, like I'm pretty sure the story is not meant to be taken as literally as you're taking it, okay? Like there has to be a level of intelligence applied to it, you know? And it's the same thing with like people who talk about like creationism and shit. And I'm like, because I get into this argument all the time. There's people in my family that are like, no, there was no such thing as dinosaurs. Human beings just spawned on the earth. I'm like, now hold on there a minute, there, chief. Okay, I'm not gonna just immediately jump down your throat there, but Christ. No, Sneako's like thing is like, listen, he's not really an expert at what he says, so maybe the world should stop treating him like an expert, especially the people that follow him.
Dude, he's treating himself like an expert. That's the gag.
Well, the sad thing is there are people that follow him, sadly, who are young that treat him like the expert, which is the problem.
That's the problem.
And I think the best response to that is having people like you, Brandon, who, alongside, you know, going to Juggalo cons, and I assume you're going to be going to Fire Festival 2, which has just been announced. You know, aside from going to like legitimate festivals like those, you're also out here trying to like, you know, expose the military industrial complex that is the red pill like alpha community. And the more we have people like that who can level-headedly like debunk this shit, the better that it is.
Well, it's funny because they like act like all their enemies are like libtards, super far left-wing people. That's who's trying to take them out. But I don't fit that mold, so like it's when I talk about it, it's like they don't have their typical counterparts, their counter arguments to just act like what I said. It doesn't have any value.
Yeah, 100%. None of us are like the the woke commentary channels. You know.
Yeah, anytime I criticize Sneako, I'm not sitting there like, oh my god, he said a bad word. No, listen, if you go to my history, I've said tons of f***ed up wild shit.
Yeah.
Okay, but like it's not like. It's not like this is like it's very easy to identify like when somebody is joking, when somebody is like purposefully spewing like trash like this and trying to pass it off as legitimate. If you can like, because the way that I always look at it, I'm like, you gotta laugh at shit and debunk it in a way that is so non-confrontational, right? Like you can't sit there and be f***ing mad at Sneako. You can't sit there and like show that you're mad because they call that out immediately. Yeah. You just got to be there and like laugh it off.
I mean, that's
right?
like the internet's number one way to invalidate you is like, you're actually mad. You could have the best point, but they'd be like, look, dude, you're mad. You're actually mad right now.
Yeah. It's like the best way to prove that somebody is saying something stupid is to laugh at the stupidity and explain to the general population why this is a stupid point, you know? Like when Sneako had his whole seatbelt argument, I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. Let me just do a quick little fact check on seatbelts.
Oh my God,
And like you bring up like 9
dude.
peer-reviewed results of like dudes that have lived. And it's like, now try to argue this, and Mr. Science and facts
his reasoning. Okay, so his reasoning behind why not wearing a seatbelt is because if people more powerful than him are telling him to do it, then he obviously shouldn't be doing it. Like that whole logic is so convoluted and it makes so little sense.
Well, see, like, and then the best response I have to that, I'm like, as an alpha male, why are you sitting there following the advice of people larger than you? Shouldn't you be making your own destiny, your own world? Like, what the like, you just come across as a cuck to me. Like, that's my only response to it. I'm like, I don't live my life following anybody but the word of the Lord himself. You know, like,
well, me and Sneako had our fucking little beef, and then he turned around 6 weeks later and made up a rape accusation lie against me. I mean, what kind of...
Yeah.
I saw that one, and I was like, dude, that was the most insane shit, because when I covered it in my video, because I made the video and I looked at that Snapchat story, I was like, dude, how can he say that so blatantly? Like, you were obviously talking about, like, you know, we're gonna gangbang, right? Like, your girl or some shit. Like, it was a joke.
It was explicitly, I said we're gonna run the train on her like she asked us to. It was explicit consent. And then he still, to this day, like... says Brandon Buckingham threatened my girlfriend. What is that? That's alpha male, that's base, that's red pill. That's crazy, bro. That's like SJW delusional psychopath making up lies stuff.
Yeah, that's fucking deliberate. Like that, like that's so insane because like anybody that was like anybody with basic English comprehension could just read that and be like, no, this is meant to exactly be taken as a joke.
But I still have people, everything I post, I still will have people that are commenting that shit. Like, can't believe people watch stuff from a racist or from a rapist. It's like, bro, that's crazy. All because this guy made up that lie. Now I have that surrounding me for like 9 months.
That's crazy.
It's ridiculous. And how is that red pilled or alpha male? That's like the most shit ever. Like, you were like, that is the most shit ever, making up fake sexual assault allegations.
Well, I think the only the only fix to this is obviously I think there's definitely a moment where he should publicly apologize, and it's not beta to apologize when you're actually in the wrong on a situation.
I would accept
like
it too, if he said like, "Yo, that was messed up with me. I'm sorry," which he never would. I would be like, "All right, bro, respect."
I would accept it only on the pretense that he would fight, but like, you know, we know that's not gonna fucking happen.
Dude, I want to fight so bad. Even if we had to fight and he like by some miraculous situation won, like I would take it on the chin and be like, "Dude, respect for you for getting in there and like kicking my ass."
How much do you bet on yourself? How much do you bet on yourself kicking?
I would bet my entire purse on it.
Damn.
Okay.
I would.
All right. You see, this is see that's some alpha male shit right there. Confidence.
But I'm not an alpha. That's the thing. Like, I'm not an alpha male. Like, I do not identify as an alpha male, but I'm way more alpha than someone like Sneako, bro. What the?
That's how you get into his head. See, the more and more you say shit like that publicly, the more and more it's gonna him because that's all his community.
I mean,
hears.
but you guys
like,
are talking to me. Do I come
alpha.
off like a really confident alpha male beast?
No. When I say alpha shit, I'm just like joking. Or no one here is like in the alpha male community. No one here
I'm a
like
dork.
That terminology is so cringe to me. Like, to me, like a man. If you ask me what a fucking alpha is, it's like somebody that's there for their family, their friends. You make your bread and you make the people around you fucking happy. You don't have to be like a fucking 6'2" giga chad, like fucking, you know, like multi-millionaire to achieve that. You can just be a normal guy. You can do what you can to survive, and that's all that.
Nah, bro.
matters.
Alpha males, they
live
sell
your...
Discord courses, bro. That's alpha shit.
So for
Bro,
me,
real
the ultimate
alpha men
turn
like
off
my dad
is
don't even know
if
Discord.
the most beta thing in the world is someone calling themselves an alpha male. Because if you need to remind someone, well, then obviously you're not doing a good job expressing it. I don't know. It's a wild world.
You're a pretty weak man in that case.
No,
But-
I'm not weak. I'm alpha. No.
That's enough for them to die, dude.
Don't say that.
Anyways, I think we had a long ass episode already. We've covered a lot of f***ing topics, and you know, I also do got to be headed out to f***ing take care of taxes and boring adults.
Yeah, I still haven't paid my
Yeah.
taxes, bro.
But,
I filed an extension.
Well, we're gonna end this over here, ladies and gentlemen. If you enjoyed this episode of the podcast, please like, comment, and subscribe, and please check out my co-host Nux Taku. Oompa is still working on the machine, so don't worry. We have not like killed him and hidden his body or something, and he's not turned into a clone. We are working on a machine. And Brandon, thank you for being our brilliant co-host, the one man that is willing to take on the entire cringe community of alpha beta men on the internet. And also the man that goes to some of the most dangerous places without being strapped. Skid Row, Afghanistan, Angola, Zaire, all right. All the craziest places. Yeah. Brandon, do you have any socials you want to plug in? Your OnlyFans, Fansly, whatever?
Well, I would want to say just thanks for having me on the podcast. I really appreciate the platform and talking to you guys and meeting you guys. And yeah, just watch my YouTube channel, Brandon Buckingham. Hopefully there's some good content on there. You might hate it. You might love it. Either way, I appreciate you guys checking it out.
Hell yeah.
Well,
nice to meet you, sir.
Yeah, great to meet you, brother.
Yeah, nice to meet you, brother. If you like what you saw, please like, comment, subscribe, dislike, and we are out.